Hey guys, what up? Welcome to Kentucky Five Family. It's your host again, Trent. And as we promised last week, we was going to do a 90s session with pins. So I do believe we're going to do that. So I think she said we're going to do some 80s in there as well. So we'll switch over to my wife and let y'all check that out.
Hi guys, I got my 90s and actually at least one 80s pin that I do know of. And we're going to start with the 80s pin. It is the SeaWorld one. It's from 1980. And you notice, I don't know if it'll focus enough, but it has the San Diego, the Orlando location, and an Aurora, Ohio location. That one is no longer around. It's actually abandoned now. And there's a video from a YouTuber I watch called R&K that he walks around the whole part of it where that SeaWorld used to be. Now, on all these pins that I have changed out the ink cartridges in them because I do use them. I like to collect them, but I also do use them. The next one I'm going to show you is this Coca-Cola one. It's a 10-color pen from 1994. Now, not all of the ink cartridges in this one that I did replace. Some of them are still the original. Like, you can see that copper color right there. That's one of the original ones. Where is one? And I'm trying to find one that I've actually changed out on it so you can tell. Yeah, with that bright silver right there. That's where one of them I changed out. Another one I've got is this Philip Morris pen. I would say this one is from the 90s. It is pretty old. It's got some discoloration down here. Most of us, if not all of us, remember Dare. And the cop coming to the schools and doing the program with us. We all remember these stackable pencils. If you lost one of them, you pretty much were screwed on that because you couldn't use it. As far as the other pencils I do have this Scripto mechanical one from the 90s. Those are actually called the Bart Simpson colors for it, and it's pretty sought after for these colors. It even still has its original eraser to it. Now, a lot of these I have that has like business names. I couldn't even tell you if they're still in business. I mean, like this one, obviously KB Toys isn't around anymore. I do have that one. I don't know if you can zoom in on it good enough. And here's a lot of these that I got in the lot. They're from Michigan, so a lot of the businesses you'll see maybe from Michigan. Like this Olson Staffing one. And it also had a different color variation with it too. We got those two. Here's a Scripto ink pen that kind of goes with that pencil. I have two Pentel Gizmo 90s pens. An old Shoe Carnival one from the 90s. Now this one may be a little hard to focus on because the writing kind of wants to blend in sometimes, but here's the one, it's a Motorola one. Here is these. They are called Bic Clicks. I love it. The clear pink one right here. It's my favorite of those three. Get that hair out there. These these are actually they're both Papermate Flex Grips, but they're two different styles of them.
Sorry for the shadow, guys. I'm using my phone.
Here are the Bic Crystal pens that come in, of course, they come in the fashion colors. The original ink cartridges to them were weren't see-through. It was all like a pale blue, pink, yellow, green, and purple inside. Like I said, where the ink had dried up, I changed out the cartridges so I'll be able to use them. I would say this one right here, these two may be from either the late 80s to early 90s, because I know they still make the soft fill ones, but they don't look exactly like those anymore. One thing I learned when changing out the cartridges on like the ones like that made like this one, they're actually longer than the newer Bic Clicker pens. So that made it a bit of a challenge. And here are my other, that's all of them. There's my other Bic Clicker pens. You can also tell some of them are older than others because of how the clip is made. Because a little newer, they're flat, and the older ones, they're more raised up.
I'm going to turn them around where they can read them a little bit better.
Sorry. And that one's a medical facility. This is an old movie rental place. Like I said, a lot of these, the lot I got, they're from Michigan. So I couldn't even tell you if any of these businesses are still around.
That pink one there is writing on, it's just really hard to see.
Yeah, and you can hear my little co-host over here, my little baby girl.
Little Miss Kira. She's part of the little Kentucky Fried family we got here. She doesn't like cameras that much, so she's going to go shy on you. But either way.
Yeah, I like these two. They got designs on them, especially the flowers. I love that. I'm sorry for the little bite marks in it. Our cat got a hold of it, tried to get a hold of it.
Yes, Mr. Marty. Which his name's Marty McFly, so we're going to stick to that era.
That one's actually an AARP pen. These three, they're made similar. Two of them actually have grippers different than the other, but they have little messages that you can, when you click them, it changes the little message in them.
Well, it's not focusing exactly on the messages.
Yeah, because it is
you
little,
you can see it.
The little windows.
The switches.
Now, though, these two I got in a different lot, so I'm not exactly sure where the businesses are for them. Because the guy I bought them from, he is in West Virginia, but I know he gets some businesses from different areas.
Cool.
And this is a Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin Resort. Probably hard to do because...
Well, it's baby blue on pink, guys, so...
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm using a daggone phone camera. I'm working on getting computers and stuff to try to do better, but that takes money and it takes time. But I already have a camera that I will be going to whenever we get the chance. It's just I don't have anything to get the film off of it once I get it.
This last pen I have is actually from a bar in Detroit, and it actually has the Detroit Red Wings schedule from 95-96 on it.
It's a little hard to...
It's teeny tiny writing, yeah. But it's got their schedule for 1995 to 1996. Of course, I've had all this in my little caboodles box. The sticker's falling down.
There's a mirror behind that, guys. We just don't want weird things happening with all the lights and stuff like that.
It does have little things, little trays that go in it. That's what these parts are for. I just took them out so I could fit my pins in them.
Hey,
What?
look, there's something else. Is that Rocco?
Yep. My Rocco socks.
A 90s cartoon character, guys. We love the 90s.
And
Look, Tamagotchi.
and tattoo choker.
See, we told you we love 90s people.
I absolutely love 90s stuff.
She's trying to get in the shot. Say hi. Say hi to the people.
I'll say hi, pretty girl.
I'm pretty sure that they'd love to hear you say something.
Yeah, she's like, no.
Nope. Okay. Well, that was your 90s pin collection tonight. So, do you have anything planned for maybe next week with some more pins?
Probably my pharmaceutical pins.
I want to do some pharmaceuticals. So, that's something to look forward to, people.
Unfortunately, I don't have a lab coat, so I can't dress up for that.
Well, I don't think I'm going to dress up for nothing. So, I'm a hillbilly. I don't do it. So, all these, and again.
Yeah. A whole bunch of them.
Now she wants to say something. We ain't paying attention to her. She's going to get upset.
She's gonna get fussy.
Well, the way that sounds, ladies and gentlemen, that's the cue to end tonight's session. We thank you for seeing us at Kentucky Fried Family. Have a good one.